The moment you realize your money has a personality. Purchases aren't just transactions, they're tiny mirrors. They tell you something about yourself. This month, we have made a few purchases um, to support our new plan for dialing back some of the regular higher expenses at the grocery store, for example. Looking back, I can think of a few over the month. We chose the Practical grocery store picnic instead of ordering out. We got wings and a salad, and we got potatoes, I think. And that is so much less than if you were to order that online. So that was good. That was one thing. Um, our purchases of appliances has really helped us out. The jerky that we've made with our new meat slicer and um, dehydrator, gosh, it's so good. Um, it's just if it tastes so much better than what you get in the grocery store. So we're gonna keep doing that. I was not sure we're gonna keep those appliances, but we're going to. We're gonna keep making those. Another thing is, since I'm not doom scrolling on social media anymore, I hardly even um, scroll at all. I try to look at some things, and I probably need to be a little bit better about being on social media since I'm doing more business on there. Um, but because I'm not looking around, um, I'm not getting extra ideas for spending on there, and it's really great because it's saving so much money, and um it's helping me to just really focus on the things that are right in front of me instead of being distracted by, other things. So that's good. The last thing is, I know I've said this before, but every time I take a ride in Poppy, the Mini Cooper, it's so exciting to me because I think of the years of spending or the years of payments that I saved by trading my brand new car for her. I mean, I still do owe a little bit of money on her, but um, it's not as much. So whenever I get in and she makes different sounds. I mean, she sounds like an 11-year-old car. That's not an old car by any stretch of the imagination, but um, in just a couple years, she'll be paid off and I will have no car payment. The Lord willing, hopefully will be able to stick with her because I really love that car. Um, so all of that sets the tone for purchasers are data, um, purchases are identity, and purchases are direction. So every time we spend money on something, or you know what, we'll stick with that. Every time we spend money on something, we're deciding what direction we're going in our financial choices. Are we going towards our goal? Are we going away from our goal? Are we taking a little detour because sometimes unplanned expenses just come up and that's okay. We just have to get back on track and figure things out. Segment 2 is about planning. Nobody wants to do the planning, but everybody needs a purpose. So, planning isn't about rigidity, it's about reducing friction. I plan so that we know what's going to happen and we know where our money is going. Now, one discussion we had earlier today was um, I think I've mentioned that we have one credit card that our irregular spending with um, with subscriptions um, and vitamins goes on that one card, and we pay it off every month. And it was brought up that that balance is higher than what was expected. So we just need to tweak how we're communicating, what is in the budget, and to be sure we're being transparent, so we can stay on track. So because that amount is a little bit more than what was expected, we are adjusting to stick with paying off the one account that we paid off, which I was very proud of. Um, and we'll just roll back on another account that we are going to pay extra on this month. And we'll figure out how to, work that back in, say, next month. A bonus for work is coming soon. Not my work, but my husband's work is, you know, there's a bonus that is happening, and we're trying to determine like what to do with that money. And one thing that has popped up is we have one credit card that had a special purchase plan, no interest for 18 months or whatever it is. Well, that is coming up due at the end of next month. So we want to be sure and get that paid off so that we don't pay that interest that will drop, plus extra interest on, we'd be paying interest on interest. So we will definitely work that in the next month or so. But that's how it is. Sometimes you get unexpected expenses, and you just need to figure it out, and move forward from there. It's like I've said before, getting to financial freedom is not a straight line. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and we just have to work together and figure out a solution for. Oh my goodness, you can probably hear me banging on my microphone. Um, that's professionalism, okay? That's professionalism. Um, yeah, but if we plan ahead, it reduces emotional stress on what is going to be available. And I have a lot, or I have had a lot of money stress in the past because honestly, I don't know why I've had it. I'm much better about anxiety than I used to be. I think it used to be probably stemmed from work stress, and probably if I was to dig deep, it's probably from something in my childhood where I just have this need to be in control. And like that's another podcast. We're gonna let that go. Um, so yeah, the emotional resistance to is just telling yourself a myth. If you don't plan it, the problem will just go away and things will solve itself. And it's better if you just get your spreadsheet out, get your notebook out, however you do it, and list out your bills and your commitments, and then list out your income and figure out, how it's going to work out. Just look at it and keep trying. It's a every week kind of thing. Planning does feel like work, but it does create freedom, which is good. We all want to be a little bit more free than, being stuck, paying, interest on accounts if you're, have to have, credit cards, or spending, whatever. Okay. Practical choices. The real life stuff that actually matters. This is where you shine. The grounded real world examples. Look, everybody has their own real world examples where they could have done so and so, but they chose to do the better, more responsible thing. Um, for example, do a free thing. Try to find one free thing to do and still enjoy your relationships. Go and hang out with your friends, but just try to find things that don't impact the pocketbook. Does everybody know what a pocketbook is? That's funny. Um, Take a grocery store picnic. Um, like a couple of weeks ago, whenever I didn't take snacks with me, and I grabbed a salad from the grocery store and had a poppy picnic. Um, it was a fun little thing that I did for myself, and I was proud that I made that choice instead of grabbing, um, something. I'm not going to stop at a fast food restaurant because I generally don't like fast food. And I also don't want to spend the time because usually by the time I get out of the place and get home, I wouldn't even have had time to eat it anyway. So it would be easier for me to just grab a little healthy snack from the grocery store that I'm inside anyway. Lately, photography has really been filling a space for me. I have made some reels from edits, and it's just really neat to see the artistic combination of the clips coming together. I know that might sound kind of boring to you, but um, it's just about changing your focus away from feeding your creativity or your mind. We have busy minds and we need to give ourselves something productive to do. And for me, just creating those reels have been so fun. And I think that I've enjoyed sharing some tips because I just love to get a good tip from someone else. I like to laugh, and hopefully I share some of that with you and give you a little chuckle sometimes. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a present plan. You need to be present in your life, not mindlessly making choices with the full awareness of what the consequences are. I used to think that purchases were the problem, but purchases are a symptom. The problem is the choices and the lack of direction that happens in my life or has happened in my life before I make a purchase that was really unneeded or unnecessary. So now I'm trying to be more mindful and do things that I enjoy and, create and take my mind off. I just don't think of buying very much. Um, like I bought some stickers this week from Staples. I had them printed to give out in at an event I'm going to this week with my website as a QR code with the Poppy Payoff path on it. They're like cute little things that people can put on their notebooks or bottles or whatever, just as a connection point. And I've made little purchases like that, but nothing big recently. And I really just don't think about buying anything. I am gonna have to buy a new pair of shoes because I realized that the shoes that I purchased when I started my job like 8 months ago, and I wear them almost every day. I purchased them from Amazon for $20. The sole is usually it is literally tearing off. So I'm not gonna worry about trying to glue them. I'm just gonna get another pair, and I'll probably buy another pair of those because I really like them. They're very comfortable. I just want to remind you, you're not behind. You're right on time. This is your journey. These are your choices. This is your life. And whatever you can do is what you can do. Just remember to be kind to yourself. And even if you're having to do what you think are dumb decisions just to survive, sometimes that's just part of it. And maybe at some point I'll share some of the ones that I've done in the past because, man, I look back on them and I think, whew, what? I mean, I probably didn't really have to do it. I probably got myself into a position to have to do some of those things. But, but yeah, I mean, just be kind to yourself. No, this is not a race to see who gets to the finish line first. This is your everyday, every moment matters. And if you put so much pressure on yourself that you stress yourself out because of money matters, you're just taking the enjoyment out of life, and that it's not worth it. Take that pressure off of yourself, and just know every day is a learning point. You'll get to tomorrow and you'll learn a new lesson, and then you'll do it again the next day. This is the Poppy Payoff Path. I'm Teresa Street. Keep moving forward. Every step counts.